You are so cute.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, congratulations on the Grammy noms.
Thank you very much.
That's very exciting. It's like, it's not about the awards, but it's validating to know that people are like into what you're doing.
It is very validating.
Yeah. So your musical name is Japanese Breakfast, and please tell me that like every time someone asks you why did you name that, you make up a different story every time, because that would be really funny.
Yeah, it doesn't have the best story.
Oh.
I was in another band that was very unpopular, and I had kind of this side project that I was putting songs up on Tumblr at the time, and I just called it Japanese Breakfast because I was weirdly following all of these animated GIFs of Japanese breakfast, and it just seemed really appealing, and that's why I named
That's not a
the
boring
project.
story, that's funny.
Yeah.
It's something you liked.
Yeah.
And it's something that you don't forget. When you hear that name, like I will forever remember that title.
I feel like it makes people wonder what exactly a Japanese breakfast is.
And then why do I want one all of a sudden?
Yes, and then it's a very surprising, very appealing group of foods.
I'm into it. Okay, so rumor has it that you were with Doja Cat when she was in the restroom before, when she was supposed to be winning her award and she ran out.
I wasn't with her, but I was like in the
Rumor has it y'all are peeing in the same
Yes.
stall. No, that y'all were in the restroom, sorry.
I had just like finished peeing and she came in and I was like, oh my God, maybe I can like hang out and get like bathroom selfie with Doja Cat, and then I was kind of like, that's really weird to wait for her like outside of the bathroom. So then I was like, I'll just go out into the hall and try to get a snack and wait for her to come out, and then I'll get a photo with her.
Yeah.
And then someone
that's respectful.
Yes, give her time and space. And then someone came running by and was like, Doja Cat, Doja Cat, Doja Cat, and she ran into the bathroom and then just started pulling her out by the wrist to go back in, and they had all of us in holding because the commercial break was over and she had just won her Grammy. And so they flew her in and her dress flew up and exposed
everything.
And then, and then I found out later that she won the Grammy, but I was like in holding.
You didn't get your picture.
I didn't get my picture. She got her Grammy though.
See, now that was the sad story. That wasn't about the Japanese breakfast. That's sad. You're gonna get it. We're gonna make this happen. Oh my gosh, me too. I love her. Yeah, she's very talented. And if anybody's gonna be showing anybody, she is amazing. I'm like, wow, you work hard for that, ma'am. So your memoir is called Crying in H Mart. So it's about your mom, right?
Yes,
and is H Mart a place, obviously?
Yeah, so despite the name Japanese Breakfast, my mom was Korean, and so I'm half Korean, half white, and H Mart is a supermarket chain known for selling Korean groceries. Yeah. And so in 2014, unfortunately, my mom passed away of cancer, and I lived in Eugene for 6 months as a caretaker when she was going through chemotherapy. Yeah. So the book kind of documents that process, and part of my grieving process sort of landed on learning how to cook Korean dishes. And so every time I went to this Korean grocery store, H Mart, I would see like a package of seaweed and I would be like, well, I can't call my mom anymore to ask what brand of seaweed we used to buy. Or I would see like a can of sweet red beans and I would remember we used to have this shaved ice dessert in the summers every time we visited Seoul. And so I would cry in H Mart, and the book is about learning how to cook Korean dishes and kind of preserve that part of my culture after she passed away.
That's really cool. And then she's still kind of with you.
Yeah, I mean,
that's beautiful.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that she's still kind of with you in that sense. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you're performing your song. It's Be Sweet, and that's up next. And I'm very excited about it. So what's the song about, other than you should be sweet?
Yeah, I mean, in simple terms, it's basically please just be nice to me. Yeah. I wrote that song in 2018 with someone named Jack Tatum, who plays in a band called Wild Nothing. So we got together in his studio, and we were like, well, I guess like we should just write a pop song and like try to sell it to like a pop star, like have Kelly Clarkson or something.
Okay.
And then I just liked it so much that I kept it, and I feel like it's, you know, it's like a diva bop.
That worked out.
Yes, it worked out.
Okay. Well, once again, Michelle's book is called Crying in H Mart. You got to check it out. It's 40 weeks. Congratulations.
Thank you.
New York Times bestseller. That's amazing.